Jay Pruitt is a musician who crafts emotive journeys through his music, as heard in his latest release, Unalived. And he's on with us here for the third time, I think. How are you today?
Hi, I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Excellent, thank you. Now, this new song, Unalived, is more than just a piece of music, isn't it? It's a journey through emotions and a story, really. So, what was the inspiration behind creating a song that's so deeply emotive?
Well, that's a great question, first off. Unalived is it's a deeply personal song for me. It draws from a mix of my own experiences and observations of the world around me. You see, the song explores themes of struggle and betrayal and the feeling of being trapped or manipulated by external forces. It's
Yeah.
about like emotional turmoil and isolation that can come from feeling misunderstood or at odds with societal norms.
What were your sort of intentions when you were creating the song? Was there a particular impact that you wanted it to have on the listener?
I definitely wanted the listeners to connect with it, but I think the main takeaway is that I hope that Unalived resonates with listeners in a way that makes them feel seen and understood. You know, sometimes the most difficult moments in life can be the ones that ultimately lead us to greater understandings and compassion, both for ourselves and for others. And if my music can be a part of that journey for someone, then I feel like I've accomplished something truly meaningful.
Of course, as I mentioned, the song is a kind of fusion of music, the fact that it is a song, but also storytelling. So, how did you balance those elements in the creative process to ensure that that narrative shone through?
Well, there's definitely a lot of imagery. The imagery in Unalived, such as like being born in a hurricane and choking on the falling rain, it symbolizes the beginnings and overwhelming challenges that many of us face in life. And the metaphorical monsters and thunder represents internal or external struggles
Mm.
and fears that we grapple with. But beyond that, the song is about feeling of betrayal and loss of innocence, and as well as the despair that can come from feeling used or exploited for the benefits of others.
And for the musical side of it, how did you approach creating that musical arrangement to complement the narrative?
It was definitely different. It was a lot of work, I should say. I mean, you already know my influence, so
Oh, yeah.
um but it's definitely different than my other music. It represents more of a new direction for me as an artist. While my previous work has explored a range of emotions and themes, I think Unalived delves even deeper into some of the darker and more introspective aspects of the human experience. I think the song has a rawness and vulnerability to it that sets it apart from my earlier releases, especially with the instrumental.
And I guess, do you think that musically it's different? Because I think we've seen you evolve before. For example, Cardigan is very different to Syrup and Whipped Cream. So, with everything that you create, do you feel like you are evolving and improving, or is it just that each song is a different style? If you see what I mean.
Absolutely. I think as artists, we're constantly evolving and growing, both personally and creatively. For me, it was more of a inspired by a period of introspection and self-discovery in my own life. You know, I wanted to create something that felt honest and more authentic than my previous work, something that really captured the depth of emotion I was experiencing at the time. And I think with that though, there was a lot of you can hear in the instrumental a lot of powerful drums and
Mm.
rapid beats, and I think it was definitely more intense, and that's kind of what I was feeling at the time. So I just started playing around with different sounds and experimenting, and Unalived emerged.
And it's interesting because it is a different direction, but it still sounds like you. It still suits you.
Thank you for that. I was worried. I was worried that it would be too different, but so far, the song's been out and it's people are listening to it and messaging me and tagging me and making social media videos with it, and it's a crazy experience. I didn't expect any of this to come from it. I just was like, let's throw a song out real quick because it feels right. And here we are.
Yeah. Now, of course, Unalived is the song that's out now, but what have you got in the pipeline for the future, and what kind of styles and genres and lyrical themes are you hoping to explore in the future?
I'm always working on new music, always, and exploring different creative avenues. Right now, I'm really excited about some upcoming projects that I have in the works. I've been experimenting with some different sounds and musical styles, and I cannot wait to share them with everyone. I don't want to give away too much just yet, but I can
Yeah.
promise that there's some really exciting stuff on the horizon.
And in the meantime, this song is, of course, called Unalived. Where are all the places that we're able to find that one?
All streaming platforms.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for joining us today. It's been great having you on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.